There they are, your yellow iron. Sure, they make a lot of noise, but they don't tell you very much, do they? Do they need maintenance? Are they where they're supposed to be? Are small problems about to turn into big problems? Are they doing more than their share? Inside each piece of heavy equipment, each on-road vehicle, is a motherlode of data, and it all belongs to you. What if you could access that information in real time, right as it's being created? What if you could be so sure of its accuracy, you could use it to make better business decisions right now? What if your machines could talk to you? Now they can. Introducing Navman Wireless for Construction, the first and only fleet and mobile asset intelligence system specifically designed for the construction industry. Now you can monitor and manage all your on- and off-road vehicles in one place. With Navman Wireless, you'll have the precise, up-to-the-second information you need to create more accurate job costing, maintenance, scheduling, and estimating. By monitoring vehicle usage and location, you can save fuel and reduce your carbon footprint. You'll spend more hours working and less idling. You can schedule maintenance based on accurate real-time information, which means you don't under or over-service your equipment. And you'll also be able to reduce insurance premiums and labor costs. Using our geofencing feature, you can put an end to unauthorized moonlighting and be alerted immediately in the event of attempted theft. You'll be notified each time a piece of yellow iron or a service vehicle enters or leaves a particular location, even if it's not under its own power. And it works with everything. Every piece of heavy equipment, every service vehicle, regardless of make or model. You can even track things like generators and certain attachments, anything with a power supply. Everything shows up on the same centralized system. So, how does it work? It starts with tracking devices, attached covertly or in plain view to your heavy equipment and on-road vehicles. These devices receive signals from global positioning satellites which triangulate exact location. This information, along with ignition on-off status, sensor readings, and other critical data points, are relayed via cellular networks to our secure hosted service center. Online AVL2 software instantly organizes it into a centralized, comprehensive view of everything you own for display on your computer or handheld device. Based just outside of Chicago, Illinois, with customers across the globe, we've helped leading American companies solve business issues related to the monitoring, management, and productivity of their vehicle fleets. A few years ago, we started thinking about the unique demands of the construction industry. If you're managing yellow iron, you don't care about mileage, you care about hours. And unlike most industries, your biggest cost isn't people, it's machines. And of course, there's the small issue of durability. Unlike some companies, we've always manufactured our own equipment, so we asked ourselves, what can we build that would be tough enough, reliable enough, and smart enough to help construction companies use the power of GPS to solve their most pressing business problems? After millions of dollars in input from some of the most experienced minds in the industry, we had the answer. Meet Qtanium, our first tracking device engineered to withstand the rigors of your yellow iron. It's built to take all the bumps, bruises, and bone-rattling vibrations you can throw at it and still work flawlessly. It's even built to withstand the things you might not expect, such as tampering and theft. If the power is shut off, Qtanium has enough stored battery power to send a signal for up to 5 months. You could even bury it under the ground, and your system could still find it. Welcome to the heart of your system. Online AVL2 is the software that lets you monitor and manage it all. When you open the program, the first thing you see is a map, with each piece of heavy equipment and each service vehicle represented by an asset-specific icon. Cranes look like cranes. Trucks look like trucks. Here you can see which equipment is active and inactive. Green means the machine is running. Blue means it's turned off. You get an instant view of where everything is and what it's doing. For instance, you'll know if machines at a certain site are actually being used or whether they're just there as a backup. With this single data point, you can reduce the amount you spend renting equipment to fill gaps in equipment availability. With your asset utilization report, you can see each vehicle and piece of heavy equipment organized by name or asset group. Using group names, you can sort data by machine categories, such as bulldozers or rollers. The columns show total usage numbers for each day of the week. Rows show total usage time for each asset over a given calendar period, up to 14 days. Run an asset location report and get a real-time snapshot of the precise location of each vehicle or piece of equipment. Your engine hours report lets you more accurately plan preventive maintenance. Upcoming maintenance tasks are color-coded according to risk factors. You can instantly see which machines need attention and when. You can even monitor the usage of things like crane arms, buckets, and other equipment by installing sensors that are wired into the Qtanium device. See when they're being used, where, and for how long. Using our touchscreen MNav and MDT devices, you can even automate the collection of field data and port it directly into your online AVL2 reports to give you an even richer and more accurate picture of job costing for each site. You can use them to automate employee timesheets, keep track of vehicle tasks, and record fuel and maintenance activities on site. You can create custom reports to automate just about any data you currently collect manually. What does it cost to get this much control? In most cases, the per vehicle per day cost is much less than what you would pay for a single gallon of fuel. Most of our customers see ROI between 20 to 75%. And the great news is, the more vehicles you have, the more opportunities there are to save. Margins are thin, and competition is fierce. If your machines could talk, they'd tell you. It's time to take control of the information they contain. It's time for bids that don't leave money on the table. It's time to squeeze out every last drop of waste. It's your equipment, and what it has to say can mean the difference between getting by and getting ahead. The question isn't, are your machines ready to talk? The question is, are you ready to listen? Let's talk. Send us an email or speak to a representative now. Call 1-877-891-5009 or try our online ROI calculator at www.fleettrackingroi.com to see just how much your company could save.